Yes, we are back. We're back for another thrilling installment of Oxygen Not Included. I hope you are well wherever you are in the world. If you're watching this later on YouTube, would you please hit the like button and consider hitting subscribe. I hope you're well wherever you're from, whatever time of day it is for you. It is evening for me. It's nearly 6 o'clock. And we're just jumping in. We're winding up the bobbins, cranking the handles, flipping the flops, and getting ready. I believe, if this works. Oh yes, that sounds good to me. We are ready to jump right into it. And what are we jumping into? A big pool of petroleum. I think it looks a bit hot to me. Jumped in there. There's a nice carbon dioxide geyser in there, getting a bit soaked. We've made all that petroleum. Delicious. And we've triggered the system 416 times. Bunch more than that before that with testing and stuff. Since we set that up, it's 416. I think we'll easily get to the 1,000, so we might have to add another one. Add another digit for the readout, so we can count in thousands. This is looking good. Open wide. Come on. Nope, not you. Both of them. The bottom one. That 700-degree one. Now, it must have just looked at the moment when it decided not to open. Now it will open. Now, if I hover over this piece of ignorant rock, we have now got 4 stacks in here. Got one stack of 32 tons. That's unusual. Normally they stop at 25 tons. 690 degrees, 690 degrees, 695 and 8864. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Lovely work. Boom, boom. Draw some heat across. Works brilliantly. I'm very pleased with that. Okay, what are we going to be doing today? Well, let me... Well, I always name the episode my hopeful hopes of the episode of what I'm hoping to achieve. But we all know these things take their own turn, don't we? So I end up renaming the episode now. I never used to, but now I kind of try to rename it a little bit more accurately as to what the episode is. Why are you glumming overcrowded? There's 5 fishes in here. How does this keep happening? I won't do this technique again. I don't like it. There we go. We'll kill off a couple of them. We keep getting gulpfish in here. Weird. Yeah, they're not laying eggs because they're not happy. Not happy. Let's see. That should murderize a couple of them. And the others. Bye. There we go. That's glum. But it's not overcrowded now. As long as it eats from there, then it'll be alright. Why are they all gulp fries? It must be too cold for them. Hey, yep. Ew, the stink is on in the wind tunnel. He's having a good time. What are you doing with that? Oh, you must be restocking. Yeah, you're restocking the... Boom! Excellent job. Go and take that up to the rocket and don't drop it. But it doesn't really matter if you do. We're fine. I wonder if it's possible to delete the engine from underneath the rocket. So that you don't have to redesign the whole thing. I think this one said it's got remaining 0 tiles. So we'll have to bring this pipe up to there. Yeah, that's nice and easy to reach, isn't it, on the edge? No, not igneous. Not igneous. This one I want to make out of obsidian. Yeah, probably going to get Bit toasty. Can we deconstruct that? Can you actually reach? Deconstruct that. I like these rocket bases. They're expensive, but in terms of steel consumption, what I like about them is when you delete things, it falls right through. Hey. Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, I don't like that. That seems a bit dodgy. I think something could still come in the base from there. Let's deconstruct these two. Get that steel. Base. How much have we got? How much have we got? We got enough for a couple more, right? Right. We don't need to do many more, I don't think. We want this to do well. Yeah. Maybe one more and that'll be it for this section. Ah. And then we will move this. I don't think I like leaving it there. But if we want to have another play with it, we better make some more meteor blast shots over here. In the blast shot maker. Make our aluminium. I wonder if they're different colours with different materials. Or is that too cunning for the game designers? Maybe. Like fireworks, you know, they're different colours depending on what material you use to make the firework. You know what I'm saying? You know. Need two more there. They can stay unpowered. They don't need to be powered. We won't have rockets in here for a while. We will have rockets eventually. Let's do we want to deconstruct that bit? Oh, I don't care. It's only lead. Just do it. Yeah. So when these detect asteroids, I wonder if they're getting impaired vision because that is gen quality 80%, but the network is only 17. Yeah. Gen quality 0 for you. We have got to open these then. Power them up. How much power is used on this line? Loads of power. I think what we're going to do is make a dedicated power for those guys. Because they need to be partly operated by the automation. Otherwise, there's not a lot of point. They're not going to work very well. And quality 0%. Yeah, that's not brilliant, is it? Now, this one does too many other things, you know, sending power in all directions. And no. What I want to do with that one is I want to build one here that takes over this. Yeah, that's better. That's a much better plan. Let's deconstruct that. Put a couple of these things here like that. Here like that. Two of them there. How you doing? Yes. Yes, you're doing. And then I also want, if we've got enough, another spacefarer. Deal. Yes, yes, we do. I think 500 we need. Build it, and they will come. Okay, we can go up with a bit more obsidian, not too much. I think we're good there. Because the rocket we create, when it lands on the landing pad, they probably won't have access to any material to build a ladder, so that whatever rocket we send, they're going to have some obsidian or something to build with. Or we could just take some ceramics. We don't need 20 grand's worth. 500? 500's worth of ceramic in there. Because if I set it to... I'm planning on like dumping it on the floor. So if I set it to... like, well, obsidian, I'll just go in there to take it to build all this stuff that I'm building. Kind of annoying, but just one of the things they do. Once this is all built and in place, you can actually switch the positions of these so that they can build it and then switch it back. The old arrows here, you can just swap positions of things up and down. What's your network? 0%, and what's yours? 3% and quality 0. Yeah, since we put those two in, that's just terrible now. That's really dropped. So let's pop ourselves a flip you around, pop you in like that. Use the old power spine here. Power it. Come on, let me click. Thank you very much indeed. Boom. And that's already wired up and connected to this, because it was connected to that, what's it called? That thing, the deodorizer. So, that's perfect for our needs. That means that can take over powering all of that. And then we can snip this here and just use this to power that one switch there. And a bit of junk here that's not even running, and it only runs when there's an actual slime to be put in it. Yeah, there's no slime, so we could move that anyway. It doesn't have to be right there anyway. Once this is powered, come on, somebody power it up. Power it up, somebody. Get on with it. Yes, come on, build it. Build it and they will come. Ah, oh, really? A save game already? Well, it just started. Well, I would say have a sip of drink, but I just had one. We'll just pretend that, you know, they're busy doing things, you know, not just frozen. Time and space. I need a more powerful computer. We're going to work on that. Maybe. Achieve something a little bit better. Boom. Nicely done. Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to power and get our little snippy tool. Disconnect. Scissors. Yep. Boom. Job done. That's now controlled by this section here. Right. We could be rather... We were willing to run this wire up a bit further in the wall. We never got around to doing that, so let's get rid of that. That's not going to happen. But we could run this wire over to there, couldn't we? You know, that. And that's deleted. Rid of that. And then this wire could take over all of this junk, and this wire could go up and just do, you know, a couple of scanners and as many doors as we can fit on. I think one 2 kilowatt wire can do something like 8 doors or something from memory. From memories. Run it around there. Deconstruct those two because that might be useful. Now, if I could have plastic tubes like that, can you build that over the top, or do you have to deconstruct that? No, you got to deconstruct it. Sorry, guys, someone might get stuck in a tube. Sorry, there might be someone on their way going, "What? I'm stuck in a tube. Can't get in and I can't get out." Well, you did a flying leap out the hole, didn't you? Yep, you did. Something's off-gassing there, nicely. That's because the storage bin is full of slime. Ah. Sweeper is... Yeah, sweep that in. Get rid of it. Come on. Don't really come in to build this. You only need a bit of plastic. What's the matter with you? Right, so power-wise, this wire can now... Yeah, if we remove that wire bridge, put them like that, and then we replace that wire there. Come on, remove the bridge. Errands. Ellie's coming to remove the bridge of doom. Like that. Now this wire can take over that. And yeah, it can come up here and take over these two guys as well. Now that's what I call good use of wires. I'll go to there like that. I don't want to do it through there. I would rather do it. We could snip it there and just attach it there, but that looks horrible. How about we just go straight up here? Don't freeze, game. Don't freeze. You scare me when you freeze, you know? Let's go all the way up there. Do that. Then the scanners will run from this one down here. Then this one will only be running doors. Oh, and a 10-watt liquid meter valve, which we'll probably get rid of. This will then be able to go all the way down here. Well, not all the way, but some of the way. Some of them don't need to be opened, but I think we'll open them if we're going to keep our scanner array right here. I think it makes more sense to move the scanners down here, because they'll be protected by the meteor blaster. Protected isn't a loose term, because I noticed a lot of things got past that meteor blaster. We make some blasters for it, did we? Make that a higher priority. Do some blasters. We'll get rid of that. Deconstruct it for now. Could do with that steel back. Steel back. Right, we'll leave them building that a minute, and let's pop over to earlier. Uglier. How much steel do you have now? Nice. Nice. I like it. Going to be one there and then one there. What's that for? Yeah, we want one there. I would prefer another one then. We just put up a couple of tiles. Okay, fair enough. Then, right, let's get the power wire situation going. Put that in first before we put a door there, because it will block out our power. Then we'll put a door there. Right, good plan. Good plan of action. I like how our ethanol is lasting a nice long time, which means I might put a rail here. Pump it into some tanks, because tanks are already, you know, you don't need a pump. Tanks are just pump free. We might as well pump it into there, get it stored up in some tanks. Then we can get rid of that pump or get the water flowing from this water geyser, whatever we want to do. And then this can just be stored up. Now, if we do priorities here, that's my number 5 from my thing, but there's something there. Is carbon dioxide geyser. So I think that's it. I think we've found everything we're going to find. Chlorine gas, 2 carbon dioxides, liquid sulfur, polluted water vent, iron volcano, a thermosensor. No, a cool salt and a cool flush. One's been cool salt water and one's been polluted water. And there might be something there. Is there? Priorities. Priorities, you muppet. I don't think there's another geyser. There's a couple of bits of rotten sleep wheat. No geyser there. And a few wrecked satellites. Well, they're fine. So we'll need to reach that, won't we? Yeah, we might as well just put... Seems a bit silly, doesn't it? No. I don't think that's silly at all. That as well. Because the only things that need the door to open and close are these and the scanner. This doesn't really need a door above it to open and close, so that could potentially just have some of those, they called bunker tiles. They're resistant. Keep them at the same height. That costs 400 steel and that costs 500 for the same space. As we don't need it to open and close, we might have to put an extra couple on either side in case one comes in at a funny angle. I think that's pretty good. Let's just leave that all at like a low priority and let them just get on with whatever. When they finish eating. You're always eating, every time I look. Right. Wait, I think that's good. So we want to do a couple of little tiles there and there for these guys. They don't seem to be overheating in space. Yep. They don't have an overheat or anything. As far as I can tell, they're fine. So, with that in mind, we might as well get our 2,000 steel back and just give them a couple of tiles to sit on. Yeah, the tiles can be steel tiles, bunker tiles. That's fine. I don't mind wasting a bit of... But they've got no quality. We got to get these doors open. If we come in here now and we come up to there and we snip that off, boom, and we reconnect that, boom, and then we go, okay, you're now controlled by that. Snip that off, bottom. That is now on its own separate. Yep, that's perfect. Like it. Cancel anything there. Any weird things I may have done there. Clean up this wire. Clean up that wire. That's now controlled from this one, which is 1360. That could probably control a couple of doors if we wanted to. Another wire going all the way up here. Well, this wire now only has a load of 490, but it does mean using steel. Do that. And then using automation wire. Do that. Doesn't matter how many you do with automation wire, but you have got to be careful with the power. So you don't over consume on the wire. Otherwise you'll get brownouts, which is annoying. Annoying. Get rid of that. Did they put that in? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they kind of land on their heads when they come out. Right. You'll have to get some steel if you can find some from somewhere, guys. Yes, yes. This one can be deconstructed, please. When the steel falls down, we'll put 2 tiles there. The same with this fella. And the same with that guy. So they'll stop working while that happens. I am going to get rid of this ladder. I don't like the way they keep doing that. That's annoying, actually. We don't need to, because when this is destroyed, they won't be able to run across it, because there's only going to be 2 tiles there. Bunker tiles, we will stick to those. Get rid of that, please. Thank you very much. Put a couple of tiles in. And boom, put a couple of tiles in. There you go. Grab that steel and rebuild them, please. Grab that steel. Grab your gum nuts and run. Invalid building location. Liquid reservoir. Excellent. So that will start running again. These doors will open once the power wire and everything is connected. Automation is in. That one's starting to open already. The automation's been connected. Some of them might start to open without the power, so they'll start opening very slowly, but as soon as the power's connected, it'll be fine. There we go, now they're opening. I think they've got to wait for the, 0 and 3%. Yeah, 0 and 3%. Fine. They've got to wait for it to completely open. Finish the animation before they actually work. Current state opened. They say their current state is opened, but they're technically not open till that animation finishes. I think it's 36 seconds. Somebody timed it once. There we go. Now, 67 and 14. Yep. That one's 0 still, because these are still opening. Technically. Yep, they're nearly done now. That scan quality should jump up when they're done. Scan quality 100%. 100% and 100%. The network quality is 37. Ah, there we go. Marco Universe. Opener of lids and finder of lost shit. Yes. I think we need one more door on this. One more door. More door. Bullum. I think we're good for power and steel wires. Boom. Excellent. Make sure it's all steel. Make sure it's all steel. Yes, it is. Didn't change it to wolframite or some crap. Now, the difference being, we want to open just these 3 doors when we want to open this rocket part. We're controlling it by this, which is going to open everything. Can we overwrite just these 3 doors so that we can take our rocket off? Well, yes, we can, but last time we tried that, our wire melted, so it might be just an idea. Why not just hold off until we try doing that, until we've got a bit of that niobium. We only need 5 kilos of niobium. And then you can basically just make as much niobium as you want. As far as I can understand, you build niobium and tungsten makes thermium. And then you can use the thermium in one of the machines to make more niobium, which means you can make more. I don't know, it's just weird. It sounds a bit crazy, but that's apparently all you need is the 5 kilos to start you off. And you can basically make infinite amounts as long as you've got the tungsten to do it with. We should have a tungsten volcano at some point. Current state opened. That should start opening then. Yes, there it goes. May interfere with our signals a little bit until that's open. This one's okay, but this one's a bit dumped by it. I'd like to raise that thing up, but I don't know. Yeah, if I raised it up, I'd probably want to keep it in the atmosphere, so it'd have to go somewhere here. We'll decide. We'll think about it. I guess that's what that symbol means, and it means that it's impaired. Its vision is blotted. There you go. Now it's 100%. That symbol's gone. Yeah, that's what that means then. Hopefully the exhaust from this won't melt this thing. Let's pop back inside. View interior. I think it's looking legit. Let's go to view exterior again. Because I think we're out of room for building something. I've got 1 rover's module. Battery. We need the battery. That's the question. We get rid of that battery. Because then we could put on a landing module. We could have a rover's module and a landing module. The rover's module properties is 300 kilos of mass. I think you need like 2 rover's modules or something, and you can build yourself a rocket platform. So if we go to rocket platform, how much do we need? 800. I was pretty sure that was 2 rover's modules, but that says that's only 300, unless that includes the rover. I will just go there and drop a rover's module down. It won't be able to dig, because I think it's pretty much all abyssalite and stuff that the rover can't do anything with. But it's just to get the material down there, so that when you send a dupe down, they can demolish it, build a platform, and then your rocket can land. Because your rocket can't land there until you've got a platform for it to land on. And then you also need some kind of material to build a ladder with, which is why I wanted to put like a bit of ceramics or whatever. You build ceramic ladders. Check that out. You build ceramic ladders. Yeah, you can. There you go. Ceramic ladders. Oh, all right, so that's perfect. Oh, I did want to make sure the water was topped up before we went. Gonna have to bridge around that again, aren't we? Yeah, if I put a bridge on it. Liquid bridge. Right there, and then snip. There. No. Snip it all. Snip it all, damn it. Right. Now, niobium's going to be hot. I hope we don't get tempted. Does this liquid fuel tank look like it's only got 470 in it? Let's send A, some water, and B, some fuel up for the fuel tank. Fuel tank should be reset amount 450. How much did we have in there? Yeah, I think that's going to be too confusing to kind of do. Most people just do a long line of pipes and then bring it back in a loop. Go back into your tank where you took it from. And I think that's probably why, because it's just too bloody confusing to figure out how much do I need, how much have I got. 470, yeah. If I send 450, that's going to be too much by 20. I'll try it. I think it's because there's some in the actual spot there and some on the actual container outside. Oh, no, hang on, that's wrong. Let's try it. I don't know. Reset amount. Now it should try to feed that up. It's a full packet, right? Yeah. Should only put that much up, which should all be absorbed by that. This should be full. Yeah, it is. We've got a full oxidizer. Is oxalite. But if in doubt, if we could land the rocket, we could refill that, because inside there we've got 20 tons of oxalite in a box, over pressurizing the cabin. I'm just trying to be prepared because, yeah, I've done this before. Got to the planet and you've got no equipment, your stuff isn't right, and pain. Right, we'll let that flood up. Shouldn't be able to go into this one, so it should automatically go around and go to this one, which isn't by, ideal design work, but because it knows where it's got to go to, that's where it's going. You'd probably just switch to the big petrol engines anyway. What's the point in using the little ones if you can use the big ones anyway? Load them up. That seems like this one, the fuel goes into the engine and you still need an oxidizer somewhere on the rocket. This one seems like you need fuel tank. I believe you need 2 oxidizers on here. I don't think 1 oxidizer tank is enough. If I go have Rover, Trailbowser, small oxidizer, large oxidizer. Should we just put a large oxidizer on? Yeah, build it. Build it and they will be happy. Right, we can probably switch those around, can't we? They can reach it. No, not you two, you muppets. Right. Put you two back around. And put you two around so they can reach that. That's what I was on about. I don't even know if they can reach that. We'll see. We'll see. That'd probably take a lot of oxalite, wouldn't it? We've still got a bit of space to build our rocket. Yeah, we'll build it a bit short for now. I know it's too tall and it's going through the bunker doors, but what we'll do is, while it's away, we'll build some more rocket platforms that are a bit lower down. So when it comes back, it's got a better place to land. And then we can change the rocket and give it some more stuff. I'm just trying to make sure this one is ready for what we want to do with it. Because basically I want to fly... It says it's got 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But does that include landing and taking off? Or does that use one up? 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be okay. There's 5 tiles gap. I don't want my pilot to get here and not be able to get home. So I wanted this place to build ourselves a rocket platform. So that if the guy can't get back home or something, he'd just land on Zulia, whatever that place is called. I think we could probably get away with wiping this off now. We don't need this bunker tiles because this should automatically shut whenever there's any asteroids coming. Now, if we wanted to just do only these, we could put some automation in that would come in from the other side and only affect these ones. But we'd have to put like a double knot system so the signal from here wouldn't go back. And this would be controlled by the rocket. Or we could just cut it and only control it this side and have it not open and close when it detects asteroids. It will just be run by the rocket platform. Yeah, there's many ways. Many ways of deciding how to do it. Well, I think I'll wait until the morning one and then we'll stick Bubbles in a rocket. See how far she can get. But I want to get in here. Projectile, please. Right. How did they do over there? They built a few things. Can't reach that last tile. Well, that's fair enough. Yeah, we can do that now. They've built all these liquid tanks. We can run a pipe straight into them all and fill them up. Fill them all up with ethanol. I don't know how much that'll take. It might take all of this. We could work it out, I guess. They're 5 tons each. And 1 tile of this is about a ton. So you could work it out if you wanted to. But I just shovel them in and let it happen. It'll do what it wants to do. Cancel that again. Right, air-wise, we disconnected that one. That can now go to there. What I meant by before was we'll feed it like that. So it will flow around. It'll always feed the first one. We'll get most of the oxygen. There you go. 50% then moves on to the other 2. It'll make a decision here. Send 1 packet down, 1 packet across each time. This one gets 50% of all the oxygen. Not quite like thirds, like you would imagine it to be. And we've got to get into here. So this should be fun. We go along like that. I think we can. You know what else we're going to do? We're going to put a tile there and a tile there. And we are going to put a deodorizer right there. Hey, I remember the name of it. Well done, me. 1 deodorizer right there, please. Things is not going to be pretty. We're just going straight towards it. Priority 9, all of that, please. Tuss. Okay, we need 1 more Atmos suit. We could make one here, I suppose. Instead of messing around sending one over. Yeah, make a spare one. Not forever, just 1 will be plenty. Thanks. No pending deliveries. Fabrication supply. I don't know. Maybe it will. Insufficient cobalt. Okay, well, there isn't insufficient cobalt. There's loads of cobalt. Or is that... is that like... refined cobalt? Okay. Let's take that off then. Can we make one out of lead? We've got iron. We've got iron coming in from space, so we'll make an iron one. Sure, this is iron and not the ore type. Yeah, that's refined iron. Refined iron from space. There you go. Well done, you. First time in a suit. Well, at least on this island, anyway. That's got no automation. Oh, that's what we were going to do. Yeah. While we're waiting for things to occur. Because I do want to put... I do need that rocket platform built before I go flying off. Because if it doesn't get built by the time we're coming back, we're kind of stuck. You know, I get distracted by shiny things. So if I was to go, hey, this part is open to space now. if we were to get one of those automation broadcasters, it's like police and water. We put it right there. Might want to adjust that. So let's put it there. Just want to look at that before I start running a automation wire halfway across the map. I want to see what that looks like. This seems like this is already, the battery's full. Things are ready and whatever. View interior. I would cut that wire to make sure these things aren't running power, making the place hot, but it doesn't look like they are. It's grounded, so I think that turns them off. They don't generate heat. Right, that's not reachable, is it? Unreachable storage. Well, if we roll that down again, can they reach it from down here? No, not you too. Yeah, muppet. What are they doing? Oh. Meant this guy down one. Once the fuel's full, I don't think it has to be next to the... doesn't have to be in logical sequence. Can you reach it now? No. Well, that means you need a ladder there then. Or we can just scroll it down one more where there's already a ladder. That's a bit of pain. You don't want to be doing that every time you want to refuel. What you need when you get to the automation part of it is putting gantries that extend and automatically... They can extend into a rocket. Nothing else can. No ladders or anything are allowed to be there when you're building the rocket. Put it there like that. One step back. So that you can build the biggest rockets. And the duplicants can still run on it. Why we were extending the main spine up here, because we might need it. If we do, we'll have to rearrange the wires so we can bring that over. That will have to come up like between the rocket platforms. We'll have gantries going that way and the other way for the other rocket, and one sort of ladder in the middle. And then they'll automatically retract when the rocket's ready to take off. Theory, anyway. As this side is now controlled by that, temporarily we're just using this switch. So we're going to turn them, we're going to make them close, I think. We'll have to snip that. Yeah, I hate doing it all manually, but I think we're going to have to for the beginning. Let's get in here. Get this built. Come on, guys. What you slacking around at? They're probably off up in space doing things. Nope, they're not even up there. We are saving up all our ethanol into these tanks. Pumping it all out. That'll last us a while. We'll need another source of power. Let's get back over. I know what George is doing and and get into here. Prioritize that up. Dig out all that abyssalite. You make a too high room like this with a deodorizer there. Any gases that come through will get cleaned by the deodorizer. Unless it's too much for one deodorizer to handle. But it is a nice way of stopping bad gases getting through into your base. Suit up, Harold. Come on. Let's be having you. That thing needs some sand in it when you get the time, please. So we are going to run that wire from this around here to the automation receiver. And that will sit somewhere here with a view of space. And then the other one, the transmitter, we just placed down here, I'm hoping. That symbol means it's got connection to space. Excellent. It's also got that symbol. The automation. Yeah. Broadcasting green signal. Broadcasting red signal. Okay. So we've got to send a... this is the input port, if you look on the legend up there. We've got to run a wire from all the way from there. Yeah, that's all overheating, but we're not bothered about that. Not to there, you muppet. We've got to run it to here. Now, one of these tanks or something is going to say, hey. No, it's going to be one of these tanks, wasn't it? These are full. Thinking of just putting a bunch more down here, just filling this space. Buried Muckroot's been there from the beginning of the game. Because this is actually brine. That's the brine from that one. Hey, it calls it brine, doesn't it? Well, in that case, we could probably just pour it in here, couldn't we? Yeah. 10k of brine. Well... let's go back to there. I just want to double check something. Emitting brine, yeah. Well, in that case... as long as it's just the brine and not like water or polluted water or something. I don't want that going in the tank. It will make a right royal mess, like all this stuff. If it's just brine, couldn't we just drip it into here? Because this is all set up to feed this system. I thought that was salt water, not brine, which is actually technically different liquid. They do behave as two separate liquids, and liquids in this game don't like to mix. They behave rather weirdly. Bit of crude oil there, let's mop that out. That was from our liquid locks up here. Hey, are these working? Yep, they're working, even though this is locked. It's locked, no one's allowed in this bottom, it's self-harvested. This one, the dupes are allowed in, they can go and harvest it. But they're not allowed down here. Perfect, that means we can send all the dirt in there. We don't need dirt for anything else, do we? No. You can send it all down the bottom then. Don't mind the dupes operating the top side, but they won't be able to reach this dirt. So they can bring all the dirt on the map to these two storage bins. Get rid of it. Oh no, not up there. Down here. So if this is actually brine, we could drop the brine into here. We want to run that signal. They send more brine if this isn't full enough. We could run that from the hydro sensor there, couldn't we? We've already got a hydro sensor. We could move it up really a lot higher. A high hydro sensor. We could move it up here. This comes from this one. When this one erupts, it sends its brine too in this same tank. When this one erupts, obviously it just drips directly into this tank. So we could just put our water level higher than that. And if it doesn't have enough, it can open a valve here and drip it in. Perfect. And it will also send the signal all the way to the other planet, telling it to send some more brine if it can. That'd be perfect. The only thing I like about putting it in the tanks is the fact that if it gets mixed liquids, it can pump like water, polluted water and stuff, and they'll just go in tanks instead. But we can do a filter here for brine and drip only the brine out here. If any other liquids get pumped, they'll go into tanks. Another way of doing it. We've also got this bridged on. So this is the brine from down here in our tanks. This is all the brine from the other side. And because it's bridged on, it won't use it, any of it, until there's a space in the pipe. We went from not having enough water to having a problem with too much water. We've already filled one tank. We're starting on the next. That's awesome. Awesome sauce. But in drops the dirt. We may have to let the dupes in, but if we do, we do, you know. Hopefully by the time we let them in, they'll have swept up every last gram of dirt on the map and put it all in here. When we open it, they won't have any need to take it anywhere. Let's run a little bit more fossil. How much diamond do we have? One say 20. I just saw a bolt. Red bolt. Fired from one of these things. Worked pretty well, even though it's like not the most efficient or best machine in the universe. It has worked very well, I must admit. So, what do we want? We want to get back to a heater. See if we can get in here now. Yep, that's now cleaning the noxious gases. We grab ourselves a sedimentary ladder. We can go up and down from there, like that. That's beautiful. Or should we move it right the way over the edge? Close to the edge as we can get, really. Maybe here. Yeah, because we want to make like this into a proper tank and design it all properly. So let's cancel that. It'll take a bit longer to get to all this eggshell, but we'll get there. And then we'll bust through there like that. Perfect. And we can build a proper base for this room, this little tank of brine. And we want a little space on the edge to get a ladder up and down, and maybe a fire pole for speed. And then we'll have a wall, say here. Ladder, fire pole, wall, yeah. Put the fire pole in situ. I think it's made with 4. Oh yeah, it is. It'll probably melt on its first use when our first rocket lands, but we'll try and put it up reasonably high, but we want to make sure all our rockets can land here if they need to. And we can go over to this side, start messing around with all that. We can separate this from that so there's no chance of polluted coming through. We don't have to mess around on the other place, the main asteroid. Where are you going? You made one? Yeah, you've made one. Love a suit, will you? Excellent. I like it. Things are looking good. Right. Oh, that's on a very high priority. Well, I don't mind. I can get it done. Just woken up. Someone should be bringing a suit. They are. We need another one of these, I think, deodorizers here. Getting into the base and becoming quite nasty. Yeah, it's already powered and everything, so as soon as they build it. Not sure what to do with this polluted water, whether we should pump it out. Send it next door. I don't know what to do with it. Got some access to some sleep wheats. Sure, they'll be very quick to put in there. They go in here. I think they might go in here. Yeah, sleep wheat grains. So they might grab those in a minute. When we get up here, we're going to have to switch to... How much obsidian have we got? Reason... Oh, nuts. Look at that. There's a bit of annoying... Right in the way. Huh. Well, I guess that's fine. We'll bring that up there like that, and we'll get a dig tool. Go up to the build limit, and we'll come down. Make sure we come down. Wow. Tall rockets are very tall. I think that was there. Wow, it keeps letting go. Pretty sure. I can't even read that. Crikey, that means the rocket platform would have to be right down here to fit the biggest rockets. Well, I don't really want to do that because that heat from that rocket exhaust is going to ruin our area. It's going to cook all our water, and I don't want our water that bleeding hot. I don't mind a little bit of heat. Not that hot. Let's go. Actually, no, rocketry, isn't it? That's where we want to go. We want a rocket platform. We should have... Oh, do we not have enough steel? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Let's come up to say... Yeah. Looks good to me. Build that, guys. Then we can use this continuing ladder to get them out of the rocket when they arrive. Just a precaution, just a precaution. Make sure everything's okay. I want to get that out so that some of this can go up instead of in the base. There we go. They can go off and get more resources and do things they need to do. Going to pick up stuff. Sedimentary rock. That's a good idea. We'll dig out a bit more. Better, if we can, dig out something locally to where they're working. I don't think we can. That's all rust and junk. Gold amalgams and stuff. If we check, yeah, pretty high. Don't get yourself all radiated now. And I guess what we could do is come from beneath and just put a wall in here. Polluted water vent anyway. If we drop that down to say, I was going to use this as the entry. We made a sort of a platform here. We could drop all this into it and allow the polluted water vent to flow into it. Then decide what the heck we're going to do with it all. Who knows? Some of this polluted oxygen will vent out to space, but I'm hoping this all stays as sealed just for long enough so we get it bricked in properly. Yeah, build that one, because this polluted oxygen is getting forced in, isn't it? We might have to put a door on it then. We might have to place a door here, because this is very high pressure. It's polluted oxygen, and we want to brick this in as soon as we can. We don't have a water leak. That was to leak now, it'd make an awful mess. I think we'll just have one of those manual doors just here. See, we can have a mechanized one because we have power right there. There we go. Might help a little bit. They're desperate to build the fire pole, aren't they? They don't like building ladders. Build that fire pole. Probably because the resources are nearby. Right, let them get on with that. Not too soon, I might add. I want to put a station. I want to see what it looks like. I've forgotten which one it is I need. No, it might be a refinement machine. Molecular forge. There you are. I'll make it out of steel. Oh, that fits in here perfectly. Look at that. Boom. See how much power that uses up. It's a bit close to the vent, I grant you, but there's not enough room to stick a proper on top of it. We could extend this aluminium tiles across so that the water flows off the edges, both sides, and increase the flow of it. We have a bit of extra water, not much, coming down from above. Joins in and drips into here just to keep this tank right up to the top. Go up there to have a look. Yeah, we're running low. It's filling this. It's totally running our oxygen as well. Change that to gas and see how much we've got. How much do we have today? Well, we've got 11,696 kilos of oxygen per tile here. And over here, we have 3,219 kilos of hydrogen. Well, that's not bad. I like it. It's getting a bit warmer, though, because this is quite hot. You erupting? Yes, you are. So, what would we want to control if we were going to send that signal across? We could sense that it's brine and drip it into here, but I don't want it to just constantly do that and overflow the tank. How could we do it? Because it might send polluted water or clean water through here, and I don't want those ending up in here. No, that would be bad. I was going to say just stick a vent on here and just let it drip in. And let this deal with the water, supplying it up to there. Been doing it anyway all this time. We'd just be adding water to the tank. That's only if we can guarantee that it's that one type. So we would have to make sure we bricked off all of this polluted. And I'm not sure if we're going to need that polluted, because that's nice and cold too. We might need it. Now, this is really getting into the base, isn't it? It's really pushing down. Now, deconstruct all of this as well and let all this water into here. Because we've still got this little thing. Need it. How you doing? You still pumping? Yeah, you're still pumping. Build 3 tanks now. Nearly. Judging by that, we might need more tanks. Yeah, we probably will. Wow. I might say we're going to definitely build that platform over there and just launch our rocket and hope for the best. Fly over there, drop the rover and come back. And if we can't land at our main base, we can land there instead. That would be, seems like a logical course of action. So we would come over here and we would click on this. Change the destination. Destination will be changed to there. And we'll go to there and we'll go make sure the crew is selected. Bubbles. Bubbles is selected as crew. As it's just a dropping off the rover type mission. I would prefer we had 2 rovers, to be honest, but I suppose the other rocket can bring a rover. But we'll need a lander as well. I don't think we need the battery module. I just want to get Bubbles on board and go. Screw up, Bubbles. All aboard. All aboard. Who's going aboard? Once you get there, you can ditch your suit. Bon voyage. I don't know if landing counts as 1 point. If flying there is 5 points and flying back is 5 points, then you won't be able to land. Still get back on that rocket engine. We'd have to use this one. Let's go onto the rocket. And we'll tell Bubbles, unequip your suit and get popped eardrums. Probably won't. Oh, yeah, she has got the popped eardrums. Yep. So this is all yours now, Bubbles. Have fun. I think I forgot to fill the water up, but I think you've got enough. Pee and get back again. Bon voyage. Have a good time. Let's check the star map. We can see her there. Knowledge 2. In flight to Tostilios. To Tostilios. 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 Toasty Toes. I think that's a much better name, but never mind. No meteor showers, magma biome, space biome, and niobium biome. So you just need to be able to dig through abyssalite. Pretty much it. You need to be able to dig very hard materials and dig through abyssalite. Unnamed broadcaster. Well, that's a nice name for you. You get to rename them. Nice. Chunk of steel there as well. What's your scan quality now? If I trusted this thing to defend it, I could put another one there and maybe squeeze another one in on the end. You don't want them too close to the edge. Interferes with their range. That's been loaded up by the look of it. That's now done. That's now done. Liquid fuel tank. I'd rather than bring that down. Bring it down once more. What are you? You're the oxidizer. You can go up. And then on top of that, we would want a... We don't need that yet. We do need a trailblazer to drop the dupe down. They can't reach it. So I think I'm going to just bang this obsidian all the way up there because it's getting annoying now. We can build the unreachable. You still unreachable now? No, they can stand there and build you. And we want a Rover's module. We need another rover. We'll need a second rover, otherwise we won't have enough material, I don't think. You can dismantle your trailblazer and the rover. But I think that would give you 4, 5, 6, 700. We need 800. I'm not sure. I don't want the guy to trailblaze down, land on the thing, and then he's stranded there for life until he gets too hot and dies. Runs out of oxygen in his spacesuit. That would be bad. I haven't decided how I want to do that yet with the water. I think we'll just leave it to just pump as much as it can. It's gathering heat from the area, so it's not breaking in the pipes, so I'm not bothered about that. That's why we were warming this up. Dripping it in here would be brilliant, because we probably wouldn't need to run this, because we're running one over there. And that would just dilute with this and keep it all perfect temperature. Still pumping in so much dirt. Crikey. How much dirt is on the map? 25 tons and another 16 tons of dirt. Oh, we don't need dirt for anything else. We do. Oh, we do. Yeah, we do. I think we'll stop now then. What are these at? These are at an 8. Put that at an 8 as well. There you go. We got plenty of dirt in there now. That'll last ages. Once it empties. I'm surprised that this isn't barely even running. We could make this twice the size. We might actually do that in the future. Then I'll make another couple of layers. The only problem with that is I designed it so that this is where the dirt lands. If you make more layers, you'd have to split this chute so that 50% of your dirt goes there so that it can be fed to these two. 50% of the dirt goes to the next layer. There's an eggshell in here as well. I never thought of that. Organic eggshell. It'll get swept and put in the fridge. Oh, look, there's a baby sweet lava in here. Oh. If we wanted to, we could drop some sulfur in here. Sweet or food. That might work. Let's see how the building's going. Get in there. Get in there, must admit. So they're going to have to build a wall here from this. Going to have to build insulated tiles. What material have we got nearby that we could use? Anything? Going to bed now. There's polluted dirt. Mafic rock, iron, regolith. Mafic rock there. We could use that. If I go insulated tile made of mafic rock, go along here. And we'll go up here. Oh, that's a plant growing there, so that won't let me put it in. We'll go up to, say, level with the volcano. Like that. Then we'll drop another ladder back down inside. Also just be sedimentary. There. And all of that will get removed. Leaving that bit there for now. That can stay. Once we've got this bricked off, and I'm a little bit happier, because if any of this melts and all this leaks out, we're in trouble. A lot of this is just plain water instead of brine. So what we could do is, as we're sending it over here, if it's water, we could drip it in here, because it's clean water, isn't it? Should be clean. We just check the germ layout. 0 surface germs, and all this is clean. So we could put a dripper on here. That if it's water, it'll drip out. And the way you do that is one of those powerless ones. You get a liquid vent. But it's there. Make sure it's above where you want it to go. Yeah, I suppose that's close enough. And then you go, you want a liquid pipe going into it and out the other side. That would be the main pipe here. Then you have an automation. It's under liquid piping. Element sensor, which you'd place like that. And then a knot gate. No. We want it to spill that out. Yes, we do. So automation wire would just connect it together. You'd set that for whatever the liquid is you want to drip out. Or if you wanted to keep that liquid, you put a knot gate in, so it locks that when that liquid goes through. And that will be the only liquid that comes out, and everything else will drip out. If we want the water to drip in here, that's what we would do. Then instead of coming down here, straight into this, we could bring it over here, over the polluted water area, and do it again for polluted water, and then bring it back into there. Plain water, it drips there, and if it's polluted water, it drips in there, and if it's anything else, it gets sent over. That would stop the problem, wouldn't it? It would definitely stop it. Aren't you going to build that piece of wire, you muppets? Build the wire, for gosh sake. You muppets. Build the wire, and then the door will open properly. You can see they don't want to do this, do they? We can replace that corner one. We can't replace that one without letting a bunch of water through. And possibly all the water through, because you know what they're like. They'll wander off halfway through doing it. Go break or catch their butt or something. I don't know. Oops. Things are not... Yeah, there we go. Things are misclicking. They're not very happy about the iron, apparently. A little discussion about it. Right. Thank you. Oh. If we can build that one, I'll be much, much happier, okay? That's the one that's going to let all the water out. What we also need in here then is a water level sensor, so it doesn't pump it next door if there isn't any water. I'd rather that didn't just pump this room dry. Preferably not. Build the damn wire, you bunch of muppets. Oh, because I'm keep making everything a high priority. Put everything there on an 8. That's on a 9. You should do that first, right? How much we got stored up now? Oh, on our 5th tank. Anyone want 5 tanks of ethanol? Going cheap. I don't know, is it a bird? It's going cheap. I haven't sent that data bank over. One lonely data bank. Let's check on the knowledge. And she's busy making more data banks on the journey, which is fine by me. You can do that if you want. You can do that as well if you want. That's on a 5 and that's on an 8. They're both powered, right? Got enough power to run it. Ah, that's the other thing I ought to do. Schedule. Change, guess who forgot to put... Yeah, Bubbles is already on the rocket shift anyway. Oh well, sorry Bubbles, you've been left on that for ages. I forgot to put her back. Never mind. How did you end up in here? Hmm? I'm sure you was up there. Right, let's change that. Is that set to Grub? Yeah, let's wrangle you up. Put you up there. You'll be of more use up there. Doing the grub rub on these bristle blossoms. You are down here doing nothing. Yeah, if we can set that up to drip, to send the water, any water that gets in there and any polluted water that gets in there to drip it in our tanks, then well, we could do polluted water in this one. This would be our polluted tank. This is a polluted water vent. That'd be even easier because we could run the pipe down here and in that way and then through the water one and then to there to send it abroad. The only liquid that'll ever go abroad will be brine. But never mind. Not in any hurry to do that. This bit's been done. When we come in from the top, we'll put a block there so we can change this one. Rather that was all insulated. Might leave the abyssalite. Tempted to dig it out, but that's just me. Power wire. Errands. No. Power wire, please. Harold's coming to do it, is he? No, Harold's got number 2. George is number 4. Oh, he's going up there. He's on a mission with some obsidians. What's wrong with you? Insufficient steel. Ah, crap. We'd better get some steel sent over then. Ah, okay, let's go here. And let's send another, what should we say, 1,000? We always end up using it. Manufactured material, steel. 1,000, please. 1,000 units of steel coming up. Ellie, who's going to just dump it there? How much have you dumped? 800 kilos. Liam's going to do it instead now. He might bring more steel, in which case that steel will drop in here. That's not bad. We'll speed it up so it opens. Drop that in. We turned steel off on here. Don't think so, did we? No, steel's marked. Is it off? Oh, it's disabled. Okay. I thought it was just the doors that shut. Let's let it run. I can send that steel over. We only need a bit. Where's that automation? Just goes to the sweeper. Yeah. In that case, we can move that off again back to wherever we want it, and it'll still send. If the automation was on this, we wouldn't be able to do that. It wouldn't send it. Now we've got some steel coming over, and they will actually be able to finish that. Want that definitely. What? Okay, they're just playing tricks with you. They're teasing you. They're teasing you. Well, we're going to build things out of steel anyway. So let's get that done. All of that can be removed. Oh, on an 8. Not on a 9, I mean. Build and dig all of that, then we'll come in here and sort this area out. I got a feeling what I want to do here is build just another layer of tiles along there. Then once that's done, we can build this one underneath. Probably replace these 3 with insulated as well. And we'll dig out all of this and see what turns into water and what doesn't. Figure out a way of bricking this off so that the polluted stays in its own area. That'll be difficult, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Here comes our steel, which we now no longer need because we actually did have enough. Starting on our 6th tank. Ethanol. How much have we got? Loads left now. We've probably got double that. Wow. At least it gives us lots of potential power for the future. Well, actually, with another bit of steel, we can put in full of run this automation wire up as we can reach. We'll run in. We got 500 there. Yeah. We'll see how much we got after that. I wanna protect all of those solar panels. I want that all the way along eventually. We'll probably rearrange it at some point anyway. Let's see how our rocket's doing. Ah, he's gone like, I don't know if that's 3 or 2. Yeah, let's check that. 7 tiles remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if it counts landing there as a tile or not. I think we should be good. We should be good, right? Steal a bit of endgame material right in the beginning. Our base program. Right, so that's getting built, even though it's not necessary really. I want another one of these down here. Horrible. Airflow tile. Build that when you get round to it. Take some of that out. Ah, automation wires. Automation wires. And well done, Harold. Sorry, mate. I know you enjoy standing in space and not floating away. Might have to go and get some oxygen. Yeah, that might be a good idea. At some point, we'll probably cut this off completely. We'll brick it up here. They won't be able to get past this stuff anyway. So we'll just brick it all up. And we'll only do it from space. We'll have access right from the end here. Probably put another access point in somewhere more convenient, but for now, that will do. Still tempted to bust this open, but I'd rather get all this done for now. Hopefully there's enough room there for the rocket to land in. Who knows? We might have to build another platform lower down just so they can land. How's it doing, Mr. Pokeshell? You're 90 degrees. You getting worried yet? Little bit worried, you know? A little bit concerned. Your welfare. Come down to our diamond pile and maybe do another, say, 20? Yeah. We could just click that and type 20. That would be a bit more better, wouldn't it? There we go. Things is happening. So in our new rocket, I want them to start putting the interior in. So we get rid of this control station. That's in the way. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll put our doors just here. So our doors, pneumatic doors made of steel, will go 1, 2, 3, 4 for the room. That will be there. That will go up like that. Give us something. I want to get the fridge in there so they can start bringing up the berry sludge and putting it in there. Feed our pilot. Whoever the lucky pilot's going to be. How are you doing in here? Flying away. Good skills, Bubbles. Hey, you know what we should have done? Skilled her up first. We give her a rocket pilotry. She's only got the basic rocket pilotry. We'd given her that. But that would have given her a whole lot more morale lead. She's got it available. I'm not sure how much of that morale is still edging off from before. Yeah, she's still got windswept, 3-shift break, washroom, good meal, interested. Yeah, she's still got decor bonuses and stuff. How many data banks have you made? 42 already. That's not bad, I guess. I think we'll get this steel back because it seems like we don't need it there anymore. Do that. There's a bunch of people complaining they got nothing to do. There's grown poke shells in this door that aren't obviously getting wrangled. That's why our system isn't working. Poke shell. Attack. Poke shell. Show navigation. No, attack it. Let's see how many's there. Yeah, that's not going to work. Work if you didn't want them to die. You just wanted them to stand in one spot until they died. We've got to kill all the adults. Oh, there were loads in here. This system is not working properly and I don't get it. Another one just hatched. I must admit, it's nice and easy to... I wonder if you put the door there and you put the door open, would they still get angry? Because would it be classed as in the room? A lot here. Our room will be running short. How many's left? Loads of them. Look, crikey. Oh, there we go. I think we're down to one now. I think we're down to one. Who knows with this? Right, I think he's dead. If we open that door, and they wander out if the door is open. If they turn into an adult, will they be angry because the eggs are technically in a door? Questions must be answered. Oh, there's poke shell malt leaving. That's good. More lime for us. I wonder why another one's getting put in here. Right, I'm getting worried about our duplicate. Actually, if I go back to here, I can measure the height of this. Like that. So from above the platform, it's 20. Let's go to there and double check. I don't think we've got plenty of room then. In case we need it. Zoom in a bit more. Yeah, easy. Easy. Okay, good. Put a random tile inwards. Actually, we can measure that as well. No, we can't. One of those and then there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Be on the fifth one in. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th one in. That's probably fine. Rocket in orbit. Okay. We are in orbit. This is Tostilios. Obsidian. Magma. More obsidian. We're going to drop our little rover down. We can jump across there and get to there. This is a bigger space for landing. This would be a better place for the rocket, mind you, but we can't get to it without having some ladders. The only thing we've got to build ladders out of will be this obsidian. Then we could put a ladder there and climb up here. We could probably handball this off into space. Yeah, because this has got a background, which is why it hasn't disappeared. So they're not walking through it. Hopefully we can dig a tunnel through this without having to fight the magma. What we need to do, go to our rocket. How do we drop the old rover module? Deploy. We deploy rover up here. Sorry, rover. You can't even dig it. It's obsidian. You can't dig obsidian. We're only coming down to be useful materials to build a platform out of. Aww. Rover. Properties. And rover's lander. 400 kilos. Okay, so that looks like if we drop a second rover, we'll have enough to build it with. So if we go back to space star map, take you, And I don't want to abandon ship. I want to change the direction, destination. Fly back home. Oh, no, don't fly back home just yet. Change the direct destination. Stay there, because you're scanning space. There you are. Because we've got a battery, you can scan space. So the battery goes flat. I think it only provides power while you're moving. Yeah. Well, you can stay there an extra few days. That's perfect. Plenty of food, 70 food. Got some obsidian. We got some ceramic. We can't chuck it down though. Can't get the ceramic on the off of here. Unfortunately, the how fast she is at scanning. Unfortunately, we can't drop materials down until we've got the platform built. We can't build the platform until we've got the resources. Build the platform with. If you were fast enough at digging and you were lucky enough to find some resource right on the surface, you could probably dig it up and build the platform out of that. I don't know. Can you build niobium rocket landing platforms? Probably. We only need a tiny bit. 5 kilos and home. We'll figure out a better way later. There should also be a niobium volcano or a tungsten volcano or something like that on there, which we'll take advantage of in the future probably. Yeah, I'm going to let her, while she's scanning space, let her do it. More of it you can get revealed, the better. I don't think she can see too much further. 1, 2, 3, maybe 2, 3 there. Let's see where that goes to. If it goes to anything next, or if it just disappears and that's it. She can't see any further from there. Done? Done? No. Not doing it anymore. Oh. Well, thanks, Bubbles. Gonna get on the telescope and do that? Apparently not. So I guess that's done then. So let's go back to the star map. Click on the knowledge. Change destination. Send her home. 4 out of 5 tiles left. I think we would have been okay to land it. And still had the fuel to get back home. That's perfect. But if in doubt, we can land on earlier because it's on the way, which is really nice. It gives us a bonus place to land if we need to. I'm going to run a ladder. I'm going to make it obsidian. Yeah, it's probably going to have hot exhaust coming out here, so that this might get a little bit warm. Right, now we can... I want to build this up a little. Well, might as well just do the whole thing. Sod it. Go for that, please. Right, and then we've got to come under here and build like a tank. This will be a lot lower priority though. Are we going to build it with insulated tiles again? Yeah, probably. We come along there like that. And there like that. We can cancel those two like that. They can climb up there. We can deconstruct that. This is all mafic rock. So what have you got down here to build? Igneous. Let's cancel that then and make it out of mafic. I'm going to make it out of igneous, I mean. Cancel that bit. Make that out of igneous. Give them a doorway in for now. Now the reason I'm doing that is because normally you can build a tile there. I don't think you can on this one. Too wide. Yeah, you can't. Let's come out by 1 then. 2. We'll double thick this. Probably double thick that once it's built. Brick this in, get it examined, and then drop all this polluted into here. Perfect. Going on. Oh, stuff's being made and dug and stuff and things. This one could be just sedimentary, can go along there. Have to dig a couple of these out so we can get in. We don't have someone who can do field research. Who is it who does that? Who did we make? Harold, wasn't it? Field research. You can now, Harold. No, he's got to run back to the bleeding portal. I shouldn't have done that yet. Power. Right, we're getting there. Dig all of this out. Probably do a similar thing to that on this side. Double thick that. Get rid of this door and just build that as a wall up to here. This thing can erupt this side way. But in all its lovely delicious water for us to send next door. Mop that up. Oh no, it's not really necessary, is it? Oh, it keeps freezing. Ah. Well, it won't freeze when the rocket lands here, I'll give it that. Right, so if we go to the Vini again, when we take this rocket off, I want to be able to land it a bit lower so that we can get the full height of this. So it needs to come down another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 tiles down. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe there. I like that. Bit lower. A bit of clearance. No, like that, so they can run along the ladder. Perfect. That can be built. That way, when that rocket takes off, we can just remove this platform, and when it comes back, it can land here. Right, we're getting there. Getting there, guys. Slowly and surely, we're getting there. I will do another few minutes, and then we'll break for some lunch. Resume later. Ah, yes, this is what I wanted to do. Igneous rock this. All the way along to the hot rocks. That will give us an entry point to that section as well, which is nice. So we've bricked up this so they can't get to these hot rocks. This is only abyssalite in here, so they won't have any interest in sweeping that up unless I tell them to. So we'll be able to brick. We better brick that up as well. Otherwise we'll lose our lovely vacuum. Excellent. Let's go down here and double check what's going on. The things going on in the world. Oh, now quickly they grab igneous. So I wanted to come in here and kind of extend this down, cut this all off, extend this insulated down here, but I think I'm going to do that with, say, just only allowing ashcan in here. We'll need to put a second door on this and lock it. Only ashcan's allowed in for a little while. Or we could do it here, couldn't we? We could build a ladder down here, a door in this space, and break all these ladders. Oh, this is going to erupt. I don't think it's getting to touch the thing though. I think it pours down here and then it touches all these and it just turns into the little igneous pieces. I don't think it does much. Yeah, this is amazing. Been pumping away all on his own. Got it down to micrograms now. Almost feels ashamed to bust in and help. If we do, we got to brick up down here so that doesn't come in this way. Even if it's micrograms, we don't want it in here. Superheated. Touches that magma. And it will also drain a lot of the heat from the magma. Good. Want that heat for our power. I think we'll get rid of all this plastic. Just run this tube down. Deconstruct that one, and that one, and that one. There's not a lot of point actually. There's that machine's right there. That's alright. We'll just get rid of all this piece. It looks horrible now. It's not necessary. Yeah, they'll be coming in here to do most of this work anyway. How's the star map? How's she going? How's you doing? She's already on her way back. Poor old Rover. Poor old Rover. He's just sat there going, I gave him something to dig. Would he be able to dig it? He's actually got some igneous rock there where that magma must have cooled down. Could potentially build a ladder with that. Got it right there. You get to it? You get to it. It's going to be hot. Build another one there. Poor old Rover. Poor old Rover. I know, you made yourself useful. Oh, bless him. Oh, bless him. If you're standing there long enough, you might make that cool down to turn into a piece. You see, I told you there was enough to build another one game. You didn't believe me. Build that. How much is left? Well, there's 187 kilos. Yes, just standing in it has turned it to... I'll make him build another one there. He'll come and stand in it again, probably. Well done, Rover. You used your body to cool down the... Oh, nuts. There. Build another one there. There you go. He just used his body to... How hot are you now? Look at you. Rover. You're going to melt. Wow, what's his overheat temperature? Well, he's got a high overheat, hasn't he? Overheat? Now let's build a ladder there and there. And see if old Rover can melt. I don't know. I still get the 400 out of it if he melts. Well, I only get 300, and then I won't be able to build my platform, and it'll be my own stupid fault. Look at Rover getting hot. He's at 1,200 degrees. Sorry, Rove. If you just stand there and absorb heat, you might make yourself another piece of igneous that you can build that with. Can you deconstruct that now? And you can build the other one. How what are you, Mr. Rover? I almost feel bad for him. 1,300 degrees, Rover. Well, Rovers are useful for cooling materials down, aren't they? Can you deconstruct that? Because it might be in the way when we try and land on here. There you go, Rover. Deconstruct these two. You can come back over there. Cool down. I like how he climbs down ladders. Here you go, Rovey. Sorry, guy. Feel guilty. So how are we doing? Have you built that yet? No, they're still on it. Still on the case. Come in here and we'll build a tile. Just a solitary one right there. Who's allowed in? Ashcan's the only one allowed in here. Ashcan, can you build me a tile right there, please, buddy? 196 degrees all the way along the top. It's been pretty consistent. These things are producing 820 watts each. Nice. Nice and chill. This one's not even running. That one's running. And it's solidified. I want to come down here. I want to go down as far as I can go. How far down that goes? Even if we just got to build a ladder down there. Ah! Erupted, and it has just piled here. That's interesting. Is it going to make any of these melt? They're quite big stacks, so I doubt they will melt. That's good, putting that much heat against this. That's awesome. Put a lot of heat into this, because it is getting colder. Look at this, down to 400 degrees now. It's amazing, considering what it was. So I think we do need to bring the spike down. That means we need to make more diamonds. Or go mine some from somewhere. Find some diamonds. Beautiful. I think it's getting there. We've destroyed most of the map. Still a few chunks of very hot material around. We can get into here. Build another door down there. Creep that out. We'll see what we can manage to build. Mesh tiles made of steel. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to make sure that's 4 high this time. There. And we'll build it how we built the other one. What's that? Furniture. I want a couple of, not cots, I want a couple of mess tables. We'll make them out of steel in case we need the material back. We'll go to rocketry and we'll put in another rocket control station. That doesn't seem to matter being in here. Then we'll put ourselves a box because this is a vacuum, so we need a storage box in here. This isn't the only way to do this, but it's how I like to do it. We'll then need a... well, we won't put in the thing until there's oxygen in here. If we don't put the... If you put the... Where is it? Medicine. If you put the hand sanitizer in here before it's got an atmosphere, you'll have a room full of chlorine. That's bad. So let's go furniture. Let's give ourselves a couple of cuts. We'll have to make them of igneous again. I think we'll continue with the theme of putting a few plastic tiles across the top there. Why not? It's legit. There's no point doing that side just yet because we've got to run a pipe through there. So plumbing. This is going to look wonderful, isn't it? Igneous rock. This always makes your base look amazing. You don't have to do this. This is just that I can be sure that we can't go there. Yeah, that's where the toilet's going to go. So that now looks horrendous. Let's go somewhere else until they've built all that. There you go. Fine. Got oxidizer. We've got one oxidizer. One fuel. Maybe we need 2 oxidizers. I got no idea. I'll have to have a look on. There's a rocket calculator thing. Program. We'll have a trailblazer. That sends a duplicate from the inside the Spacefarer module down onto the surface. And they can deconstruct the Spacefarer module. And they'll get some steel back for it, which is why I want to make sure we've gone over there a couple of times. Crops on the Tostilios. We've got a crops warning on Tostilios. Oh no. We're going to have to fight magma to get in there. Nuts. Well, I was hoping that would be solid. We could go down through the... yeah, this is neutronium on the edge. We're going to have to deal with magma. Well, that's going to be fun. That means magma bailing. We'll probably have to have bottle empties in space and just get rid of the magma. Bail it out. It's all gone. Well, that'll give them something to do, won't it? Yeah, we can brick up one edge, brick up the other edge maybe, and just bail out the middle bit. But it's quite thick. There's a lot of magma to get through. Get there. Interesting. We might be able to, I don't know, because this is quite high, this magma, and it goes quite low over here. We might be able to make that flow down and just disappear into space. Do it right. All to get a little tiny bit of niobium. I can't even see any niobium yet. The neutronium. Go to that view. Isn't any. You sure there's niobium on this goddamn hot rock? Hmm? Oh yeah. Ugh. We're gonna cook our poor duplicants. I'm gonna be running into the base, puffing and panting because I can't breathe. Well, there's another way of doing the spacefarer. Where they, instead of having these, we could put the control station up in this room and have an actual Atmos suit dock right here. They have to take their suit off when they come inside and put their suit back on when they leave. That then means you need a container of oxygen either on the thing or a pump in here that will pump oxygen into the suits. Then you also need to make sure you remember to bring some spare suits with you because you can't exactly repair them while you're away. Unless you've got some art you could rip down and get the reed fibre out of it. Possibility. Take some reed fibres with you and build yourself a repair station. Or just build a bunch of... You know, what are you doing in there? Huh? Nothing for you to do in here. Keep your nose out, huh? We'll have to take this rocket off and re-land it. Destroy that and come and re-land it. Deconstruct those three there. It will need a nose cone before we could do that. What are we going to have for a nose cone? Nose cone, is it? Just a basic nose cone will do. Build it out of some ceramics, that'll do nicely. Nose cone, have doom. This thing been refilled? Stable by automation. Oh, right, okay, yeah, I forgot about that. Does it mean they'll fill it with, do we make any? They're all sat here, look. Blast shots, a load of them. Because it's disabled by the automation, they haven't bothered bringing them over. Well, that's going to be too late. I wouldn't do that then. Deconstruct that piece. Yes, so they bring over the blast shots and load it up. I'm going to wait for the meteors to be hitting. Oh. Yeah, you don't want to be waiting for those to actually be hitting before you decide to do something about them. Oh, we're nearly there. That's pretty good. We sent one over to drop off a rover. We'll send them over again when they get back to send off another rover. Then we need to send a dupe that can actually dig abyssalite. No, dig through obsidian. I don't mind Bubbles going for it because Bubbles can do all the sort of magma bailing. You're right there, Rover. Going to deconstruct. Ah, this building, this duplicant is deconstructing a building. Well, he was, but it sounds like he's deconstructing himself. Can't dig this. Nope. Can't dig it. Cancel dig. Can you build me an igneous rock ladder? Can you build me another igneous rock ladder there? Possibly another one. We'll end up igneous rock laddering all the way across. Because I think this is where we'll put our rocket lander. Yeah, I think we've got plenty of space there to put a rocket platform. Probably better to put it lower down at later times. And we've got bigger rockets. We only need to fight our way down here. Maybe we can see something good. And send the rover down here to have a look. Can't get down yet. Deconstruct that one. Build it, say, there. You build it there? You can. Little piece there, so we can definitely build another ladder. Build another one underneath. Come on then, off you go, get that piece. We're going to try and build a ladder down here to make him go all the way down there so we can see what we can see. Yeah, I think we'll need that piece back as well. Won't be enough. Yeah, 98.8. Darn. Not quite enough. We need 100. Yeah, how close could you be? So we'll have to deconstruct that one then. We could deconstruct that one because they could definitely get down. That should be 100 kilos there. What we'll do is we'll build a ladder. Right down there and see if he can make it. If he can't make it, at least he'll be revealing the map for us. I think he can jump down all of this. There's nothing too steep. It's all obsidian still. I see niobium down here. I see niobiums. Well, this is the quickest, definitely the quickest way through to the niobium. Look at that. There's a whole vein of it here. It's 1,000 degrees. It's going to be super hot to take home in the rocket. Sorry, old boy. I think our ladder just melted. As soon as it touched that, it melted. So I think the easiest way to do this then would be to brick up this area. Dig out some obsidian. Brick up this area so this doesn't keep flowing in. And then just keep bricking in and building it up so the magma reaches space. Areas where magma's got a background, it's not disappearing. But as soon as you put a floor there and push it up, it'll vanish. It'll vanish. And then just kind of brick in the same thing and keep doing the same thing until you get down to here, which will be a pain, but it'll work. Ah, we're coming back for you, pal. Where's our knowledge? You still busy? No. Still on your way home? Nearly home. And once Bubbles gets home, I will call the episode. He can land. The doors are open. As long as we don't get a meteor strike that shuts the doors. Do need to make these open. So how much can we power off of this wire? I need those to open. And automations, we'll use the switch that we've got already there. But we'll snip it off of this. And we can manually control the switch. Okay. This megalith will drop in, but that's fine. It will drop straight through and land down here. You just got to remember to manually control it for now. We can get a little bit of that niobium and bring it back. Now, the temptation is to mine out tons of it and bring it all back. But it's going to be really, really hot. What would be an interesting plan? What could we do to cool it down, to bring it back? Because 5 kilograms of it is going to be stonkingly hot. We need some kind of liquid to drop it into or something to cool it down. We put that inside our rocket. We're going to cook. We've got enough space on this rocket if we were to send this one instead. Got enough space on this rocket to put one of the storage things on it. Then you need a loader. You need a rocket port loader. And you need power to power it with. Power to power it with, we could just use a basic running wheel. Seems bad using the manual generator in space, but okay. Are you ready to land? Land here. Rocket fuel. Does that mean you can't land? No, you're fine. That was perfect. This is where that automation wire that melted. That's the wrong time to run past there. Good God. Bubbles? Bubbles? Crew up. Get back in there before you get burned. You bloody muppet. I forgot to put your suit back on. Utmost suit for Bubbles. Put that on, please, Bubs. Sorry. I know. I know you're desperate for a pee and everything. I can leave. Come on then, you can go now. What are you taking the plastic for? See, that's the nearest source of plastic, so... Why are you putting plastic in here? Oh, there. Okay. Well, it shouldn't use much. Yeah, it's only 300 kilos. That's to stop you putting things in bins, dropping it on the floor, putting something new in the bin, dropping it on the floor. Because every time you drop stuff on the floor, the dupes will then decide to come and use it. Radiation? Oh, yeah. Well, Bubbles is back home. Let's give her a proper schedule, shall we? Getting to put her back on her day shift. There you go, Bubbles. Have some decent sort of break time. Next time we'll send another Rover over. So that we've definitely got enough metal there to build a rocket platform to land our rocket on. If we can land our rocket there, we know that we can at least we can make a platform, land our rocket, and we can use the rocket as like a base while we're there. So we've got food to eat and all that kind of stuff. But oxygen is going to be a big problem because they're going to have to keep running back inside the Spacefarer module. But we've got 44 kilos in here. So I'm thinking if we put in a little pump and we move these, they get rid of the orbital data or the telescope or something. We can put that up there, move the tables out of the way. We can put in a little Atmos suit dock checkpoint thing. There used to be a bug, though, that if you put the checkpoint right by the door, they weren't putting their suits on. So hopefully we'll have enough space to do it all. Yeah, we might delete the telescope, move that up there. I like having the telescope because I like seeing as much of space as possible. But this is a mission. We're on a mission to get some niobium. We've found the niobium now. We can actually see it. And it's actually not too bad as far as digging through all this magma and stuff. It's pretty much the shortest route. And I think the best way to do it is just to dig out all this obsidian in here and brick it up on the side here. Brick it up slowly and push all the magma out. That will be a slow, painstaking job. And if they're in suits and the suits run out of oxygen, they'll have to keep running inside. Might be an idea to actually try and put a Atmos suit checkpoint inside here. That way, whenever they come in, they have to change their suit. And the suit will get refilled with oxygen from inside here, which is well overpressured. You should have a little bit of time to dig that area out and get some niobium. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, how the hell are we going to cool it down? Because even 5k... What did he do? It's something in there. Did he climb on there? Oh, I don't know. I missed it. Yeah, how do you cool down 5 kilos of niobium? And all you've got to work with is magma and space and a vacuum. I'll leave that with you. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Indeed, if you're watching this later on YouTube, please feel free to drop a like and hopefully a subscribe as well. That catches all later.